Good day everyone. We are the group 2 and today we will show how to prepare the installation media, install the operating system, and complete the initial configuration. And we will also cover the essential setup steps that make the server ready for real-world use. By the end of our presentation, we aim to give a clear and practical guidance or guide on how Windows Server 2019 is installed and configured efficiently. So, to install po ng ating Windows Server 2019, punta lang po tayo sa File, and then click New Virtual Machine, and then click Next, Next, and then Next lang po. Then, dito po, papalitan po natin yung pangalan ng virtual machine name natin. Gawin po natin siyang Windows Testing. And then, after po mapalitan, click Next lang po. And then, Next again. And then, Finish. Right after that po, ay punta po tayo sa Edit Virtual Machine. Hanapin po natin yung CD, DVD, SATA. Click Use ISO Image File. And then Browse. Hanapin po natin yung dinownload nating ISO file ng Windows Server 2019. And then click Open. Punta po tayo ng option. Hanapin natin yung Advanced and then click BIOS. After po nun is pindutin na po natin yung next po is i-click natin yung Start button. Ayan. Ibig sabihin po niyan is nag-i-start na po yung i-install nating Windows Server 2019. Hintayin lang po natin siya mag-loading hanggang pumunta po siya doon sa pinaka-Windows setup po. Once po natapos na mag-loading yung ating Windows, ganito po yung makikita nyo, Windows setup. Click Next lang po and then click Install Now. Pagtapos na po mag-loading yung ating setup, ganito po yung makikita natin. Then, click po natin yung pinakadulo, yung Windows Server 2019 Data Center, and then click Next po. Tayo lang po ulit natin siya mag-loading. And then, click po ulit natin yung I accept the license term. Then, click Next. After po nun is Custom, and then, click lang po ulit natin yung Next. Ayan, makikita po natin na nag-i-install na po yung Windows Server 2019. Ito po ay medyo matagal po since kadalasan po lagi po talagang ganito pag nag-i-install tayo ng Windows or operating system. Matagal po talaga siya, depende sa internet po kung gaano kabilis or sa device po na ginagamit natin. Mapa laptops man po or PC. Pag po lahat ay naka-check na, ibig sabihin po nun is done na po yung pag-i-install natin ng Windows or operating system. Antayin lang po natin na Windows needs to restart to continue. Pwede nyo po siyang i-force restart or pwede nyo pong antayin yung 10 seconds bago po siya automatic na mag-restart po. Pag po nagre-restart na siya, ibig sabihin po nun is na-install na po natin yung Windows Server 2019. Pag po tapos ng mag-loading or mag-restart yung ating Windows Server, ang lalabas po dyan is yung Customize Settings. Dahil maglalagay po tayo ng password at saka po magre-re-enter tayo ng password. Ibig sabihin po nito, dapat si administrator lang po ang makakabukas ng ating Windows Server 2019. Pag po meron na tayong password, click Finish lang po natin. Ayan. Then, try po natin mag-sign in. Yung ginawa po nating password ng administrator. At ayan, pag ganyan na po yung lumabas, nakita na po natin yung pinaka-home screen natin. Ibig sabihin lang po niyan is successful po yung pag install natin ng Windows Server 2019. So that's all po for the installation of the Windows Server 2019.
So, ngayon naman po is gagawin natin yung admin and user restriction. So, first piece, bubuksan po natin yung server manager para set up yung accounts na kailangan natin. Then, go to tools, then open active directory users and computers. So, from there po, pwede na tayong gumawa ng admin and standard users. So, on the left panel, i-right click po natin dun sa domain and choose new and then organizational unit, naming it STB users, then open it. And after po, nagawa po ako ng organizational unit para dito po natin ilagay lahat ng accounts na lalagay natin ng restrictions. So, inside of the organizational unit, i-right click po ulit natin, new, and then sa user, create yung new, lagyan po natin ng name na admin user, then another one, name it standard user. So, ngayon po, after ko po gawa ng dalawang account, isang admin user at isang standard user na i-restrict natin mamaya, i-right click ulit natin dun sa admin user, select add to a group, type domain admins, and press OK. So, si admin user po yung magiging admin natin kaya ilalagay ko siya sa domain as an admins group. Then, balik po tayo sa server manager, then dun sa tools and group policy management. Next is gagawa tayo ng group policy object para sa lahat ng restrictions. So, expand po natin yung domain, right click STB users and choose create a GPO, name it as a user restrictions, then right click and edit. So, after po nun is i-link po natin yung policy dito sa STB users para po yung standard user lang ang maapektuhan.
So, you navigate to user configuration, administrative templates, and control panel and enable prohibited access to control panel. Una, ibablock ko ang control panel para hindi man nila mabuksan ang settings, which is user configuration, administrative templates, system, open, don't run specified Windows application, then enable it, click show, then add cmd.exe, then PowerShell.exe, and taskmgr.exe. Susunod, ibablock ko ang cmd, PowerShell, at Task Manager para wala makapag-open ng system tools. Then after that, you will go to user configuration, Windows components, Windows installer, and disable Windows installer. Para safe, i-disable ko na rin ang silver installation. Then, after that, we will going on the user configuration again, administrative templates, file explorer, open, prevent access to drive from my computer, then enable. At lastly, i-restrict ko ang drive access para hindi sila makapag-edit o makapag-delete ng important files. Then, we're going to open again the CMD as admin and type gupdate/force. And then after that, i-refresh ko ang group policy para agad mag-take ng effect ang lahat ng may restriction. And you will see the screen is transition to login page. You will select standard user, enter password, and proceed to desktop. You attempt to open control panel. You will see black, CMD, black, task manager, black, installed app, required admin password, open drive, restricted. At ngayon, i-test ko na ang standard user. As you can see, lahat ng restriction ay gumagana na. Black na ang control panel, CMD, task manager, software installation, at pati na rin ang access sa drive. And you will see the screen is fade out. And yeah. And that's how to set up admin and user restriction using Windows servers. Thank you. Okay na yun.
Yung BitLocker, ito yung nilalak yung hard drive mo with sa wrong encryption. Kumbaga, only authorized user lang ang pwede with BitLocker recovery key such as TPM chip or password can unlock and boot the server.
So next is restore and backup. So for backup, simply means paggawa po ng extra copy ng important files and settings. Ginagawa natin to po para sure po na may safe version tayo just in case may error or may nabura or something unexpected happens. Basically, backup protects your data by keeping a secure copy. So now, for the restore naman is for the process of bringing back the files. Example is pag may na-delete kang files, pwede mo siyang i-restore for using the backup you created. So kapag po nagka-issue, nagka-problem sa files or kailangan balik sa previous working state, restore po ang ginagamit para ma-recover po ang data quickly and safely.
So, security features ng Windows Server 2019 ay firewall checking if lahat ay enabled at BitLocker meaning lahat ng data na share sa server to other PC will be encrypted. They also improved security like the Windows Defender ATP o yung Advanced Threat Protection which helps to detect, prevent, and respond to advanced cyber attacks automatically. It also includes improved malware protection and security insights at enhanced virtualization or Hyper-V performance, security and management features kagaya ng shared virtual machines, better VM replication at persistent memory support. At saka TLS 1.3 and security protocol updates. They provide support for modern encryption standards such as yung TLS 1.2 enforced by default at yung TLS 1.3 support for more secure communication.
So when we create a shared folder on our server local disk, we are deploying a centralized managed file collaboration services from within the data center environment. Even though the storage is provisioned locally on the server, that server itself resides inside our secure data center, meaning the shared inherent enterprise-grade physical security, redundancy power, and cooling network protection by firewalls, and integration with our Active Directory for authentication and access control. This ensures that user file exchanges are not only convenient but also secured, monitored, and backup as part of our large data center operation. Far more robust a typical peer-to-peer desktop share.
So for the installing of Hyper-V, we need to open the server manager if we are on Windows Server. If we are on Windows 10 or 11, we go to Windows Feature. For this demo, I will use the Server Manager. In Server Manager, I click on Add Roles and Features to open the Setup Wizard. Then click Next on the first page, then choose Role-Based or Feature-Based Installation. On the server selection screen, I choose the local server. This is the computer where Hyper-V will be installed. Next is click Next. Now on Select Server Role page, I scroll down and check Hyper-V, and Windows pops up asking to add management tools. Then click Add Features, then Next. So the wizard then asks if I want to create a virtual switch. A virtual switch allows virtual machine to connect to the network. So for the demo, I select my network interface and click Next. Then set the default location for virtual hard disk and virtual machine configuration files. You can change this if you want your files stored in different drive. After that, click Next. On the confirmation page, I check the option Restart the server automatically if required, then click Install. So the installation takes a few minutes. Once it finishes, the system restart to enable the Hyper-V role. After the reboot, I open the server manager again. I can now see Hyper-V list under the installed roles. I also open Hyper-V manager from the start menu to confirm that the management console is working.
Hello, so today I will explain the key procedures and features related to Windows Server 2019, starting with the creation of virtual machine using Hyper-V Manager. So to begin with, we open the Hyper-V Manager and navigate to Action, New Virtual Machine. To start the setup wizard, during configuration, we select the VM generation, preferably the generation. So, as it supports faster booting and advanced features such as a shielded VMS. Once the generation is chosen, we configure networking by creating a virtual switch, so the virtual machine can connect to the physical network. So now finally, we install the guest's operating system by pointing the VM to an ISO file. Whether it's Windows, Linux, or FreeBSD. So next, we look at some of the important features found in Windows Server 2019. One of these is Hyper-V Replica, which provides an asynchronous and cost-effective disaster recovery mechanism by replicating virtual machines to a secondary site, minimizing data loss during failures. So another essential feature is virtual machine checkpoints, also known as snapshots, which allow administrators to save the VMS state at a specific moment. So this makes it easy to roll back changes, especially during the experimentation or major system updates. Thanks.